Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse on the Triton Nation Network. We're set for a volleyball match today between the Iowa Central Tritons and the Ellsworth Panthers. Tritons are coming off a 4-game win streak, currently sitting 6-1 on the season, whereas the Panthers are sitting 0-5. It looks like we are just getting set for the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hodges Fieldhouse for another evening of junior college volleyball. Thank the Irish of Tritons to be hosting the Panthers from Ellsworth Community College. Fans, coaches, and players of the National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 11, and Iowa Central Community College, committed to the ideals of its sportsmanship, safety, and fair play. We ask all fans, coaches, and players to show the respect for the opposing team, the officials, and each other before, during, and after today's game. Versus throwing objects or participating in other acts in conflict with good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play are subject to rejection and prosecution. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Here are tonight's non-starters. First for Ellsworth, number 1, Brooke Stegner. Now here are the non-starters for the Tritons. Number 3, Taylor Rickey. Number 5, Delaney Spinks. Number 7, Shay Carmazin. Number 12, Carol Santos. Number 14, Bailey Johnson. Number 15, Katie Gottfriedson. Number 16, Easton Swanson. Number 18, Sydney George. Number 22, Gloria Okinaka. Number 31, Harley Eckert. And number 33, Hannah Huss. Now here are the starting lineups for the visiting Panthers under the direction of Coach Sarah Jesse. Number 3, Brooke Mirren. Number 4 is Caitlin Bear. Number 5, Monique Manson. Number 6 is Victoria Kazanovsky. Number 7, Cassidy Goose. Your liberos, number 8, Mackenzie Pritchett. And number 12 is Jojo Hehe. And now here's a starting line for you. Iowa Central Tritons. And libero, 5'5" sophomore from Waverly. Number 2, Taylor Gillen. From Stockton, California, number 8, Amaya Finley. 6'2" sophomore from Lawrence, Kansas. Number 13 is Abby Stewart. 5'10" freshman from Shenandoah, number 17, Kiki Lee Anderson. 5'8" freshman from Council Bluffs, number 20, Alicia Johnson. And 6'1" sophomore from Meridian, Idaho, number 23, Taylor Light. Number 26, Haley Alharthi. The coaching staff for the Tritons, Sarah Horn, assisted by Lacey McLaren and Stevie Primo. Fans, would you please rise and join the tribute to our country as we have the playing of our national anthem.
right, and the game is underway after the handshake. Triton ladies looking fired up tonight. Wearing their pink variation uniforms. Unusual, but welcome. Triton starters are on the court, ready to go. Amaya Finley, Taylor Light, excuse me, Alicia Johnson, Taylor Bieneman, Keely Anderson, also all set to start for the Tritons. Bear getting ready to serve for the Panthers. Up and over. Set to Light, tip over, and it's good. First point of the match goes to the Tritons. Got some subs early here. Carmezan and Godfredson come in right away. Godfredson back, ready to serve. Up and over. Save there. Dumped over by Finley. Set over by the Panthers there. And the set to Carmezan gets blocked there by number 5. That would be Monique Vanzen. Keehee getting ready to serve for the Panthers. Tie game. Up and over, catching the net a little bit there. And the Tritons can't return it. Keehee with their second serve. Up and over. Godfredson with the set to Finley with the spike. Panthers recovering. Godfredson with the set to Finley again with the kill. Scores 2-2. Finley is set to serve. Panthers return it with a little set over. Anderson with a little dump there. Very gentle spike. Triton signature. Finley set to serve in the back again. Oh. And that's an ace for Amaya Finley. Finley set to serve once again. Up and over. Diving save right there by Bear. That Triton return goes long. Kaznovinsky getting ready to serve. That's a fun one to say. A set from Godfredson to Carmezan. Goes out. It's looking like the Tritons don't quite have their heads in the game yet. But there's time. The net cord serve there from Kaznovinsky. And the point's going to go to the Panthers. Kosnovinsky, set to serve. Up and over. Bieneman with the bump. Anderson with the bump and getting it over. Karmazin there. The set and the spike. Karmazin with the block, and it can't be returned. Stewart and Huss coming in there. Huss back to serve. Dishing it up and over. A block there from Stewart and Anderson. Combined effort to give the Tritons the point. Bieneman coming back in for Finley there. And Huss is ready to serve again. Up and over. Set over there from Goose. But it's going to go out. Point Tritons. Huss is all set for the serve. Up and over. Spike attempt there by Vanzen. Blocked by Stewart and Anderson again. That's a timeout, Ellsworth. Looks like the Tritons are getting some momentum here. Score is 8-5. So far, the Tritons had a little bit of a slow start, but they're getting right back into their old groove. Panthers looking for their first victory of the season here. Tritons breaking it down over there. Karmazin, Godfredson, Huss, Bieneman, Anderson, and Stewart coming back in for the Tritons. Huss is ready to serve in the back. Spike there, returned by Goose. Anderson with the dump. And it's saved by Goose on that one. Stewart with the kill there. That's point Tritons. It's 9-5. Huss with another serve. Up and over. The spike coming in there from Vanzen. Point will go to the Panthers. Vanzen ready to serve now. Sending it over to Bieneman. Set from Godfredson. And the spike by Stewart. And that's going to go for a kill. Some substitutions here. Looks like Johnson and Light coming in. Johnson's back ready to serve. Sending it over. Setting the spike there from Bayer. Spike from Anderson returning. Goose tried to bump it over, but couldn't quite keep it inside. Johnson headed back ready to serve, waiting on the whistle. And she's all set. Up and over, but nope, it's not. Up, but not over. Coming in now for the Panthers, number 8, Mackenzie Pritchett with the serve. And that can't quite make it over either. Anderson is back to serve for the Tritons. Bieneman comes out, Finley comes in. Anderson with the serve. The save there from Johnson. And they can't quite get it back over. Going back to serve there for the Panthers. Number 3, Brooke Learin. Serve is good. And there's no the unreturnable by the Tritons. Tritons are going to call timeout here after losing that point. Or getting that point, excuse me. Some tag outs here. Bieneman coming in. Bieneman with the bump to Johnson. Johnson set to Light. Light dishing out a very difficult ball for them to return. And it can't quite make it over. Bieneman back, ready to serve for the Tritons. Score is 14-9. Serving it up and over. Turn coming from Bear there, but it's blocked. Courtesy of Finley and Alharthy. Ellsworth's going to call a timeout here and talk some strategy. Tritons coming out looking very strong after the previous timeout. Some minor mistakes here and there, but everyone makes them on both ends. This Triton volleyball team has gathered somewhat of a crowd today. Nice to see students out here enjoying the festivities that is volleyball season. Light, Johnson, Alharthy, Anderson, Bieneman, and Finley coming back in for the Tritons. Bieneman with the serve. Up and over. It's going to be 2 hits there from the Panthers. Going to give Iowa Central the point. Bieneman, set back to serve again. Dishing it out. Spike there, blocked by Alharthy and Finley. That attempt there was by Keehee, sorry. Bieneman is back, ready to serve again. The set. Vanzen unable to convert there somehow. Point Tritons. Bieneman with another serve here. Getting set, waiting for the whistle. There it is. And she's off. The set there to Bear, blocked by Alharthy and Light. Saved by Anderson there. Bumped over by Finley. Set to Bear. Can't be blocked by Light. But it's that point is going to go to Ellsworth. Bear serving. Set by Anderson. Set by Johnson. Spike by Finley, and that is fast. Wow. She's been waiting for that one all night. She hasn't got one of those in yet today, and we all know that she is well known for those. Karmazin and Godfredson coming in. Godfredson set back to serve. There's the whistle, and she's off. The set there to Vanzen with a spike. Bieneman with a diving save. Spike there, gentle spike there from Finley. Traversely to her previous one. There's a set up. That was a spike courtesy of none other than Alharthy. Godfredson back, ready to serve again. Sends it over, but just a little too far. Tritons are all smiles as usual. Wouldn't expect anything else from this team. They keep their morale very high on this team. Keehee with the serve. Sends it to Finley. Finley to Gottfredson. Gottfredson back to Finley, and it's a spike. Carmson with a nasty block there. Looks like Finley's getting set back there to serve after that interesting block. Goes a little low there. I think she was a little surprised that that flew off of her hand. Kazanovisky with the serve. Turned by Anderson. Spike by Alharthy. Some confusion there on the Panther end of whose assignment that was. We got some exchanges coming out. Stewart coming in along with Huss. Huss is set back to serve. Huss sends it over, and that's an ace. Very nice serve there. She gets set for another. Waiting on the whistle here. She's set to go. Up and over. Return there from Bear. Set by Gottfredson. Tip over by Carmezan. Gottfredson with a bump to Huss. Anderson with a screamer across court. Little bat there from the Panthers. Anderson with another screamer. Stewart unable to connect and set her team up for another hit. Finley's coming out. Beat him in with the bump. Gottfredson with his head. And Anderson with the spike. Deadly kill there. Dropping it down. Coming in, we got Johnson and Light. Johnson sets back to serve. One point till the set for the Tritons. And that's going to be set one. Tritons with a dominating performance here. 25-13 at the end of the first set. Coming into the second. They're looking good right now. Looking good. The Panthers, as I said earlier, have yet to win a game this year. And the Tritons are currently sitting 6-1. Their only loss coming from down in Kansas a few weeks ago. We'll be right back for set number 2. Welcome back to the Triton Nation Network. We're here back ready to go for set number 2 in this divisional matchup between the Tritons, Iowa Central Tritons, and the Ellsworth Panthers. Tritons making quick substitution before they get started. As are the Panthers. And Huss back, ready to serve for the Tritons. There's the whistle, and she's ready to go. Sending it over. Panthers with the set and the spike. Diving attempt there by Huss, but it's on unreturnable. That'll be Panthers' point. First one of the second set here. Coming off that first set, the Panthers are looking really strong on that first point, especially after getting beaten in the first set, 25-13. That'd be a point for the Tritons there. Looks like we just lost our camera, but I will be your eyes and ears for now. Gottfredson gets ready to serve, back for the Tritons. Sends it over, and that's going to be an ace for Gottfredson. Gottfredson gets ready for another serve, following her ace. Sends it over. The bump goes back. Finley with the set. And the set over to Spinks. Keeps it inside with a spike. And that's going to be a point Tritons. Gottfredson getting ready to serve. Up and over. Flubbed set there on the Panther end. And that's going to be a Triton point, as that was 2 hits. Gottfredson getting ready to serve once again. That will count as an ace. Sends it over. There's a bump. Gottfredson with the bump. Set up there to Spinks from Biederman. Panthers trying to scramble to save it, and it's no good. That's going to be another point Tritons. Gottfredson back, ready to serve once more. Eyeing the other side of the court there. She's going to send it over. It's going to be set and returned almost, but blocked there by Spinks. Set up Biederman to Finley. Biederman recovering Finley's blocked spike, and that's gonna go. Oh Lord, quite a lot just happened there. And I'm told we have video back now, so that's gonna be a timeout there from the Panthers, I believe. Triton's still looking high in spirits over there. And Panthers coming back in. Scores 6-1 Tritons right now. Early in the second set. Triton's breaking it down. Ready to go back for more. Finley, Biederman, Spinks, Allharthy, Gottfredson, and Huss are back in for the Tritons. Gottfredson is back, ready to serve. There's the whistle, and she's ready to go. Sending it over. Dropped it down with authority by Finley right there. A heavy bump there from the Panthers sets Finley up for just a nasty spike. Her favorite thing. Absolute favorite. And she's great at it. Gottfredson ready to serve after that. Great play by the Tritons. And that'd be another ace. Goffredson ready for another one. Sitting back, ready to start. This next point. With the serve, up and over. Turn. Spike there from Vanzen, and that's going to be a point for the Panthers. Scores 8-2, Tritons. Kazanovinsky ready to serve for the Panthers now. Sending it over. Not quite. Finley ready to serve now. Finley with the set. Goffredson with the set. And dropped down there by Anderson. That's going to be a point for the Tritons as it was to hit twice there. Finley ready for another serve here. Sends it over very fast. Spinks was ready to block it, but she didn't need to. That's going to be a point for the Tritons. Finley with a serve. Goes into the net. That's going to be a Panther point. Back to serve, Monique Vanzant for the Panthers. She sends it over. The set to Alharthy is blocked there by number 7, Cassidy Goose. Vanzant's ready to serve again. Vanzant sends it over. Returned by Anderson, but that's going to be 2 hits on the Tritons. Point Ellsworth. Vanzant ready for another serve. Panthers on a bit of a run here. Vanzant sends it too far out. That's going to be a point Tritons. 12-5 now. Stewart and Bieneman coming in for the Tritons. Bieneman gets back ready to serve. Waiting on the whistle. And she's ready to go. Up and over for Bieneman. Stegner there with the spike there that gets blocked by the Tritons. Bieneman ready to serve. Sends it over. Spike there from Bear. Finley with a impressive save there. Finley with the set. Goffredson with the set. And Anderson with a spike that goes. The block fails there for the Panthers because of Anderson's sheer willpower. Impressive speed on that one, to say the least. Beat him with a serve. Small set over there for the Panthers. Goffredson setting it to Spinks there, I believe. And that's going to go out of bounds. Pritchett is back ready to serve for the Panthers. Sends it over. Anderson with the bump. Spike down by Stewart there. And can the Panthers get it over? Yes, they can. Anderson dropping down a nasty spike for the kill. There's some velocity there as well. Just found an open spot in the middle of the court and dropped it down. Johnson coming in along with Light. Ready for the serve. Johnson is back. Scores 15-6. Block there from Light and Stewart. A dynamic duo. Especially when it comes to that up front stuff. Very dynamic. That's going to be a timeout, Panthers. Trying to get some strategy over there on the Ellsworth side. Figure out some weak points. Doing some coaching over there. Triton's breaking down as well. Triton showing just as much strength here in the second set that they showed in the first. And it looks like the Panthers are back ready to go. Coming back in, they got Stegner, Keehee. They got Bear, Kazanovinsky, Pritchett, and Vanzen. Coming back in for the Tritons, we got Light, Anderson, Stewart, Bieneman, Johnson, and Finley. Johnson is back, ready to serve for the Tritons. There's the whistle. And she's off. Up and over. Ellsworth trying to get it over now. Saved there. That was a close one. Amaya Finley diving for that one. Sending it into the face of Taylor Light. Some minor confusion over there. Liren is back for the Panthers, ready to serve. Finley with the bump. Set to Light from Johnson. And the Panthers are setting it back over. Johnson with the bump. Bieneman with the bump. And Anderson going for a little tip there, but couldn't quite make it. That'll be a point. Oh, that will be a point for the Tritons, as it looks like the Panthers reached over the net there a little bit. Score is 7-17. Tritons, excuse me. Anderson with the serve. Bump goes straight back. Anderson with the bump. Set to Johnson. Spike by Stewart. And that's going to go out of bounds off of the Panthers. Anderson gets set for another serve. Sends it over. And that's going to be an ace. Keely Anderson, a very dynamic player, able to play from both in the back and in the front. Serves another. Bear pushing it over there for the Panthers. Finley with a spike. Nasty spike. Keeps it inside, and that's going to be a kill for Finley. Anderson is set for another serve. Score is 20-7. Tritons are ahead. That will be another ace for Anderson there. She's ready to serve. Waiting on the whistle. There it is. Sends it over. Bear pushing it over for the Panthers. Set by Johnson. Spike by Light, and they can't do anything. Dropped down with authority there. It looked like she opened up the hands of Vanzen there. Looked like Vanzen almost caught the ball because of the velocity at which it was coming at her hands there. Bump by Bieneman. Set by Johnson. Spike by Stewart. And that's going to be a point for the Panthers as Stewart got a little in the net there. Going back to serve for the Panthers. Caitlin Bear. Sending it over. Bieneman with the bump. Johnson with the set. Stewart with the tip. Bear's there. Panthers trying to go for the kill here. Johnson setting it up to Finley. Finley tipping it over. Panthers scrambling over here. Johnson the setup to Light there. Stewart with a dump. And that's the point. Scores 23-8. Tritons. Alharthy coming in. Along with Huss. For Stewart and Bieneman. Huss is back to serve. And she serves it. Set there, and the spike. Blocked by Alharthy twice. Pushed over by this entire Iowa Central front line. Just impenetrable there. And is that going to go out? Yes, that is out. Ruled out. That is going to be a point for the Tritons. This is match point for Iowa Central. 24-8. Huss with the serve. Makes it over. Spike there. The set to Finley. And a spike there again from the Panthers. And that's going to be the set. Panthers sort of scrambling there towards the end. Losing some momentum and looks like a little bit of morale. They're looking a little down. We'll see here in this third set here in a few minutes if they can pick it up or if this Triton team is going to put an end to this match. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Iowa Central Volleyball on the Triton Nation Network. We are currently entering set number 3 of our best of 5 matchup here between the Iowa Central Tritons and the Ellsworth Panthers. So far, the Iowa Central Tritons have shown a dominant performance, winning both sets. First time around 25-13, I believe, and second time around 25-8. Panthers taking the court here. For the Panthers, you have Bear, Liren, Vanzen, Keehee, and Goose. And for the Tritons, we've got some new Tritons in here that we haven't seen yet tonight. Beaneman is in along with Okinaka. Swanson comes in as well. Johnson's back in. Alharthy and Spinks are also up front. Pritchett is back to serve for the Panthers. Substitution there, quick. She sends it to Swanson. Set by Johnson. Spinks with the spike. Can't quite kill. Block attempt there. No good. Swanson spiking it over. The bump by the Panthers. Beat him in. The bump. And the set by Johnson there. Spiked by Alharthy. Okinaka with the bump. Johnson with the set. Spike by Swanson. And that's a kill. Subs coming in now. Ricky coming in to serve, along with Carmezan. Ricky waiting on the whistle. Served over net cord, but it's an ace. Taylor Ricky back to serve once more. Sending it over. Panthers trying to get it over. Bear pushing it over finally. Okinaka with the bump to Ricky. And dumped down by Alharthy. 3-0 Tritons. The start of this third set. Ricky ready to serve once again. Sends it over. Dumped down with sort of a block spike hybrid there by Alharthy and Swanson. And Ricky is ready to serve again. 4-0 Tritons. Ricky's serve can't quite make it over. Liren ready to serve for the Panthers here. Sending it over. Okinaka and Bieneman bumping into each other a little bit there. Spike there by Swanson. Sent back by Alharthy right there. The set by Bieneman. Over to Swanson. Returned by the Panthers. Ricky. To Bieneman. Panthers with the return. Bieneman to Ricky. To Carmezan. And they were ready for that. Little tip there from the Tritons. And that's going to be called for the Panthers. Out of bounds. Liren back to serve again. Set by Ricky. And the spike by Alharthy. Deadly. Goes straight past everyone. Just straight to the back corner there. Put down with authority. Coming in now for the Tritons. Santos. Number 12. And number 14 to serve. Balin Johnson. Panthers ready to return it. Rick with the set to Santos. Block attempt there by Carmezan. No good. Goes to the right of her. Okinaka with the return there. Little tip up by Light. Oh, excuse me. Ricky. Ricky with the set. Beat him with this bump. And brought down by Santos with the kill. Carolyn Santos with her first point of the game. Okinaka with the serve. Oh, excuse me. Balin Johnson with the serve. Excuse me. Yes. That'll be a point Tritons as it went out of bounds. And Johnson's back to serve once again. Ready to go. Sending it over. That set was courtesy of number 12, Jojo Kihi. And that's going to be a Panther point as it managed to keep itself inside that back line there. Serve there by Bear. Bump by Ricky. Spiked over there by Santos. Some confusion on the Iowa Central end of things there. Diving attempt there by Bieneman. No good, however. And Bear gets ready to serve it up for the Panthers. Set by Ricky to Karmazin. Gets blocked there by Keehee and Van Zin. Bear ready to serve. Johnson with the bump, set, and spike there by Al-Harthi. That's going to be a point for the Tritons. Coming in, Stewart and Huss. Hannah Huss is back to serve for the Tritons. Successful serve there. And a spike attempt from Keehee, but it's no good. Blocked courtesy of Santos and Stewart. Huss is back to serve once more. Your score is 9-5. Just like Dolly Parton. Working 9 to 5. It's going to be a point for Panthers there. The score is 9 to 6. Keehee with the serve for the Panthers. That's going to be out. Point going to the Tritons. Another transition here for the Tritons. Spinks comes in along with Johnson. Johnson goes back to serve. Waiting on the whistle. There it is. And she's ready to go. Sends it over. Quick little dump there from number 6. That's Kaznovinsky for the Panthers. Kaznovinsky ready to serve. Sends it over. Johnson with the set. To Santos with a gnarly spike there. Blocked there by Stewart. Bump by Johnson. Set by Johnson. Drop down by Spinks. Stinger spiking it over there for the Panthers. And Stewart with a nasty spike, ready to throw it down with a block, and that's going to be a Triton point. She didn't need the block, but she was there for it. Coming in, it's looking like Swanson and Okinaka. Okinaka is coming back to serve. Sends it over. Set by Johnson. Spike by Swanson there. Saved there by Huss. And spiked by Swanson. Unreturnable there. Just an awkward placement. Bear looks confused and frustrated there. She throws her hands up. Okinaka is ready to serve. Bear with the bump. And the spike, courtesy of Goose. Blocked by Spinks there. And that's going to go to the Tritons. Score is 13-7 as the Panthers take a timeout. The Panthers are going to need some serious momentum here if they hope to come back in the series. Right now the Tritons are looking pretty good, though. Mixing up their team composition. Seeing some faces we haven't seen since the scrimmage a couple weeks back, which is nice. It's good to have some new faces in there. Get some experience all around throughout the team, and especially in-game experience. Practice is one thing, games are another. You know that. 30 seconds left in the timeout here. Tritons breaking it down. Send it back in. Looks like Spinks, Swanson, Johnson. That rhymed. Huss, Stewart, and Okinaka. Okinaka's going to continue to serve for the Tritons. She's all set. Some moving around there for the Panthers. Push over. Set by Johnson. Spike by Swanson. Spike over there by Bear. Saved by Huss. Tip over by Spinks there. Goes just out of bounds. That's going to be a point for the Panthers. 13-8 is your score. Number 5, Vanzen, ready to serve for the Panthers. And she sends it over. Spike there from Swanson, and Vanzen is not able to connect with it. Swanson with an excellent spike there. Using her height to her advantage. Getting it over. Sydney George coming in for the first time this game to serve. She sends it over with ease. Set by Johnson. Brought down by Al-Harthy. George is back ready to serve once more. She spikes. Sends it across with authority. And Spinks with a spike, but that point is going to go to the Panthers as she crossed the line. That would be a net violation. Pritchett back to serve for the Panthers. Sends it over to Swanson. Swanson with the bump. Johnson with the set. And Spinks with a spike, but it goes into the net. Pritchett back for another serve. Sends it over. Swanson to Johnson to Al-Harthy. And that's going to be a Triton point. The set off the Panthers, no good. Falls out of bounds. Ricky coming in for Spinks. Karmazin coming in for Johnson there. Ricky is back ready to serve. Sends it across. Bump by Stegner. Sent over by Key. Al-Harthy going for the block, going for the spike there. Blocked by Key there. And it goes flying out of bounds. That tells you, folks, just how hard she just hit that ball. If that's going to bounce off of someone's hand and go flying out of bounds like that, there's some serious velocity there. Tip over there from Keehee, and that's going to be a point. Going out, Stegner. Coming back in, Liren, ready to serve. She sends it over. Okinaka to Ricky. To Anderson? No, that would be Swanson. Excellent tip over there. Coming in Santos for Okinaka. Swanson is back ready to serve. She sends it over. Bear to Keehee. And that's going to be a point Tritons off the block. It's going to be a timeout Ellsworth. Tritons looking very strong in this one as well. Your score is 19-11. We're nearing nearing the end of the game here. If the Tritons can keep their momentum up. Tritons are getting some fresh players in here and there. Some people we haven't seen yet, which is very nice. Nice to see. It's nice to see Coach mess around with their team composition. Coming back in for the Tritons, Carmazin, Ricky. Looks like Swanson's coming back. Alharthy, George, and Santos. No, I was missing one. Spike there, courtesy of Vanzen. Tip over there from Santos for the Iowa Central point. 20-11 is your score. Swanson back to serve for the Tritons. And she sends it over. Set and pushed over by Keehee there. George with the little push over there. And that's going to be a point. 21-11. Tritons are up by 10 in this third set. They are currently winning by 2 sets here in this match. Oh! A nasty spike there coming from Alharthy there. But it's saved somehow with an insane reaction time. Thoroughly impressive on the end of the Panthers, and this team is not going to lay down and quit. This team is going to fight to the bitter end. Bear with the serve. Rick with the set. Alharthy with the spike. A little tip over there by Vanzen, blocked by Carmazin and Alharthy. Coming out. Looks like George is coming out and replaced by Stewart. Alharthy's coming out and replaced by Bieneman. Bieneman back to serve for the Tritons. She's going to send it over. Spike there from Vanzen. Doesn't quite make it over the net. 23-12. Tritons are up by 11 now. Bieneman is ready for another serve. A little hesitation there, but it didn't seem to phase her. Vanzen with a spike there. Little set by Rick. Might have been a double touch. Ref is going to call it. Then there's going to be a point for the Panthers. 23-13 is your score right now. Tritons up by 10. Keehee with the serve. And a gentle spike attempt there by Carmazin. Doesn't quite make it over the net. Didn't have the velocity. Keehee is ready for another serve. She's going to send it over. Ricky there with a little set to Stewart. That leads to a nice spike and a Iowa Central point. It is match point for the Tritons. Carmazin is back to serve, which is unusual. We don't usually get to see her serve, but fun nonetheless. She's going to set that to Santos, and that's going to be up and over back to Santos, and that's going to be a Panther point. Carmazin not usually seen in the backcourt, considering her height. Serve from Kazanovinsky. Ricky with the set to Stewart. Blocked. Santos with a little tip over there. Panthers sending it back over. Bieneman with the set to Rick. Stewart with the kill. That'll be the set and the game, or the match, excuse me. Tritons win this match 3-0, and this set 25-15, winning by 10. This was a very good performance by the Tritons here today, winning each set by at least 10. And getting some new faces in on the team, which is always nice to see. The Panthers didn't go out without a fight, though. They definitely put in the effort. And all in all, a very good volleyball game today. You've been watching Iowa Central Volleyball on the Triton Nation Network. Catch us for football this Saturday at Dodger Stadium. I've been your host, Clint Bavers, signing off.